Have you ever made lemonade with the lemons that life has given you? I have a case where I was called to substitute for a teacher for a week in elementary school. It was a small class, but the boys were pretty restless, and I didn't know each one of them. So I started to build a bond with the boys. But the boys were more restless. And what did I do? I started thinking about how I could get the boys' attention. And these boys really loved Lego. So what did I do? I saw that they lost a lot of focus because of Lego. There were tons of Lego pieces under their desks and all that. And I didn't know if the teacher allowed this kind of activity for them, letting them have Lego, if he permitted it, that whole thing. I was really in the dark. What did I do? I started making lemonade. I had 2 days of experience with the boys, so there were 3 more days left. On the 3rd day, when they arrived in the classroom, they couldn't find the Legos under their desk anymore. And they asked, "Teacher, our Lego disappeared. I don't know what happened." I said, "Guys, a great mystery has happened in this classroom. It looks like someone stole your Legos. And for us to find this thief, you're going to have to follow some clues." So what did I do? I started creating a storytelling experience with the boys based on this little game I created about the thief. And I made a series of agreements. And as they followed these agreements, all very playful agreements, but they were related to mutual help. They were also related to paying attention, answering questions, and being quiet. And what happened? Whenever they succeeded, I would give each of them a Lego piece at the end of class, so they could start building up their Lego collection. And this gamification part with the boys worked out really well. And in the end, they got all their Legos back and everything. And the class was very, very productive. I really liked the boys. We created a really nice bond, and that was it in 1 week. And it happened that after that 1 week period, I started thinking, wow, I'm going to get a new class next year. What if the class is like that? What if it has more students? How's it going to be? I need to connect with these kids right away from the start. So what did I come up with? During my vacation, I, like any good educator and good writer, I started diving into the world of virtues and gamification for these kids. So I started developing a manual. A game actually very similar to an RPG game, but all based on virtues. So I managed to develop it and spent a week working on it for about 12 hours a day. I did a lot of research, worked really hard. I did everything myself. I did the editing, I did the illustration, the rule development, the tables, all the material. It came to about 250 pages, more or less, in A4 format. I named it Portals of Knowledge. And it was really, really cool to develop that. And when I was able to test this the following year with the other class, I saw that it worked really well. Because when you transform students into characters in a fictional world, where you can apply all your creativity, which was developed in this material, to the classes. So I would teach the boys there, for example, math. I would give math problems to the boys, but it wasn't actually a math problem. It was a monster they were facing. And in the story, the boys saw the monster, saw the problem, and they could help each other. I'll show you some videos later of how this manual works. It worked out really well. It was very well received by